In this video, you will learn how to divide with a fraction and a whole number. Now, when we have a division problem that involves both a fraction and a whole number, we need both of those numbers to be written in fraction form, which means our first step is to write the whole number as a fraction. And so the way we do this is the whole number becomes the numerator and 1 becomes the denominator. So in this problem, 8 will simply be written as 8 over 1. So then we rewrite the problem, 8 over 1 divided by 2/5. And then everything else is exactly the same. So I want you to go ahead and pause the video and do this problem on your own because you've had a bit of practice already. So don't forget your KCF and don't forget to simplify your answer. Once you are confident in your answer, then go ahead and press play to check. The answer to this problem is 20. If you are not sure how I got that after you review your work and review what I did, then we can discuss it in class. Let's move on to the next problem. So here we have 4/9 divided by 2. And again, our first step is to make sure that that whole number gets written as a fraction. So the whole number becomes the numerator, and then 1 will be the denominator. So 2 is really 2 over 1 in fraction form. So we rewrite the problem, 4/9 divided by 2 over 1. And again, I'm going to ask you to pause the video to solve this on your own and then press play to check. And the answer to this problem is 2/9. Again, if you got it wrong and you really can't figure out how, we'll discuss it in class. So this problem is really interesting for two reasons. One, it's a word problem, your favorite. And then two, we have not only a mixed number, but we also have a whole number. So let's just read the problem and see what we need to do here. Each costume for the school show needs 3 1/3 yards of material. How many costumes can be made from a 30-yard bolt of material? Well, we cannot forget our nosy, so I want to go ahead and highlight or underline my question, which is how many costumes can be made from a 30-yard bolt of material? And we need to think about what it's asking us to do. It's saying we have 30 yards of material. If we split it up into smaller pieces, how many of those smaller pieces will we get? So it's asking us to divide. And we want to divide 30 by 3 1/3 yards. So our problem here is going to be 30 divided by 3 1/3. So we need to think about what do we do with whole numbers in a division problem with a fraction? Well, with a whole number, we want to write it as a fraction. So 30 would just be 30 over 1. Awesome. Okay, so we'll have 30 over 1 here divided by 3 1/3. But we need to make sure that that's also written as a fraction and not as a mixed number. So we have to convert 3 1/3 to a mixed, or not to a mixed number, to an improper fraction. So we have to boomerang. Remember, 3 times 3, that's 9. 9 plus 1 is 10, so we have 10/3. So really, this problem is 30 over 1 divided by 10/3. Now we need to do our KCF and follow all the steps there. So I want you to pause the video, solve it on your own, and then press play to check. So the answer to this problem is 9 costumes. 9 over 1 is not in simplest form, but it does mean 9 divided by 1, which is simply 9. And then because it's a word problem and we are told that we're trying to find out how many costumes you can make, we need to label our answer with costumes. So our answer is 9 costumes.